I was inherently protective of my mother.
Been such a big part of his life.
It was his greatest creation. It was his masterpiece. And no, it was seen as a source of pain and loss. And everyone wanted to pretend it had never happened and never existed. If you brought it up, it would just be kind of met with mutterings and dark looks. Until one day at Glastonbury Music Festival, where I am an avid goer, I found myself there in 2009, newly heartbroken, just about to turn 30. And I met this very handsome stranger, as you do. We lost all our friends and we found each other. And we were sort of wandering around the festival, you know, waiting for sunrise, talking. And sometimes I think it's easier to talk to a stranger than to your family, because obviously there's really emotional load there. And he said, oh, you know, my dad played at Glastonbury in the 70s. He was a rock and roll drummer. And so I said, well, you never guess. My dad made the world's largest gold egg. And then he was like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother, John.
And this is Qiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. See That?
See That.
We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
know.
Now you know. Now you know. Now, I got to make sure I get the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Our new updated
version.
Yeah. Okay, I think I found it here. The views expressed. I hope this is it.
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The
I
views,
like-
opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carrie Festa Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. Enjoy the show.
And we will.
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independent.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about freedom, responsibility, and what it means to invest in the next generation. You know, everybody's saying that they care about the young people, the youth, and so caring, of course, isn't just conversation. So it's mentoring, it's teaching, it's creating opportunities, it's showing up. And today we're going to examine a few ways that investing in youth looks.
That was one of the questions last night for the mayor's forum.
Yeah. What was about youth and
what, how they're gonna do it. And one thing that stuck out to me, there was they said that there's a lot of like nonprofits and stuff that's doing it, but they're not connected together. Like and even helping them even in the juvenile system where they can come and speak up for the children. That stuck out for me because that is so right, because we do have a lot if we could figure out how to connect these services together. So like, hey, like I have overflow, or you know, this is what my program do and your program may be good at this point for this, and where it's a real community for it would be amazing.
Right.
I don't know if it's possible, but in my mind,
it does sound amazing. I've been on this having this thought that we not all gonna be able to get together.
I know that.
Yeah.
I do know that. But the ones that can, So like you know, but you don't even worry about the ones that ain't.
Yeah, no, because I was, you know, in the message to the black man, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he talks about uniting with like-minded individuals, and it's some like-minded individuals, but then it's a whole lot of not like-minded individuals, if that makes sense.
It is.
And so when you're trying to find people to unite with, you want to make sure that they're like-minded.
You do.
And we don't have a track record of having like 100% of us being like-minded.
But do anybody?
No.
So
but that's I think this goes to Mr. Edmonds' thing when he talks about the idea of this false idea of unity that we have, when we think that it's 100%. When you know.
But see, I don't think I ever. For me, let me say for me, I never thought that like everybody was gonna. Cause you ain't never.
Put it in the chat, y'all. Let us know what y'all think.
Somebody just said I definitely said the same thing last week.
Okay.
After the youth meeting.
Right.
I know.
Is that you have to have like? Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
No,
read it.
No, I read that. So
it said, I know a great plan to make this happen. Mr. Edmond. Welcome. We have a like-minded individual in the building. Definitely have a like-minded individual in the building. Welcome to the ride. Yeah, what you got to say, man? It's Freestyle Friday.
I think one of the things we've been working on is trying to connect the people, right?
Yeah.
Connect the resources. And I think more so than just meeting someone to connect them, we got to have a catalyst, right? Because we have a situation where everybody in their silos, even when they doing the same thing, even when they friends, even when they like each other, they're still in their silos because everybody ain't organized. Everybody ain't an organizer.
That's true.
And what we're doing is imposing and hoping that unorganized people just somehow magically get organized.
No, it doesn't. And some of the most creative people can't, you know what I mean? It's not organized. And you have to, that's you knowing your strength and being like, okay, that ain't my, like, I need to bring somebody else in. That's where you know.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, y'all, if you hear, you just tuning in, and it's a Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, and you mentioned the mayor's forum last night, and we started off talking about youth and kind of having a youth focused theme for the day. And so, for the roll call, y'all, we want y'all to check in. Asha, thank you for checking in. Tiffany, thank you for checking in. Taking attendance this morning, y'all. So, Tiffany, we see that you're here. Asha here. Charlie Funk is here. And then the roll call question that we have this morning for y'all to check in: who was the biggest influence in your life between ages 12 and 18?
Qiana Radio 99 Jam is ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors.
Was it a parent, grandparent, coach, teacher, neighbor, member of your church?
The streets was my motion.
Put it in the comment, y'all. Put it in the chat.
From 12 to 18.
From 12 to 18.
Definitely the block.
Yeah. Was it an individual? Yeah, it was the culture, the environment. Yeah, 12 to 18. So put it in the chat. Let us know, y'all. Put the name in the chat. If it was a parent, put the parent's name.
I mean, family, but when I look at it from 12 to 18, it was my friends.
Okay. Biggest influence from 12 to 18.
My friends, like, you know what I mean? Like, I when I was in the 8th grade, I persuaded most of my friends to get a special permit to go to Boca Ciega or get into ROTC with me.
Transfer schools and,
like,
and choose electives.
Like, so 8th grade, you go to your school. So my zone school at the time would have been Osceola.
Okay.
But I wanted to go to Boca.
Okay.
And so I taught my cousin Keisha, Jamisha, like I taught a group of us into going to Boca Ciega, getting a special permit, going to ROTC to go in there. So when I think about like from that 12 to like 18, my influence other than my family was my friends.
Received. And so I think, Mr. Edmond, you're kind of right too. 12 to 18. the streets was kind of a big influence. In the music, the culture. Yeah, it was just the culture. I was influenced by the culture a lot. I'm trying to think if there was a particular person. If I had to name a person, 12 to 18, it was Mr. Coach Medici. Shout out to Coach Bob Medici. If I like really had to find a person. But it was Coach Medici, our track coach, basketball and track coach.
I remember Mr. Medici.
You remember? Yeah, the green tea.
I definitely remember Mr. Medici.
Yeah, he was. Thank you for checking in.
I think he's still alive.
I hope so.
No, did we? I think
I saw him like for something at my daughter. My daughter was
just posted a picture of him on Facebook.
Somebody tag Coach Medici, man. If y'all know he out there, put it. Tell him I'm looking for him because I want to say thank you. I want to let him know I appreciate it. So Juneteenth. Today is Juneteenth. It's the Juneteenth story of most people have heard it at this point, but it's also supposed to be a day of freedom. And so for those who haven't heard about Juneteenth, I guess apparently the story goes that this was it was 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was read, and then Galveston, Texas, they found out on June 19th, which was 2 years later, that they were free, and I'm gonna put free in air quotes. That don't look good.
No, I was gonna say I almost forgot. Today my sister's birthday.
Okay, sister birthday.
It's Twiggy's birthday.
Oh, okay, Twiggy going on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
How about that? Somebody tag Twiggy. We wishing her a happy birthday. So here's the part of the freedom story that we don't talk about a lot, right? They said slavery has been abolished except as a punishment for a crime.
Or Tampa Bay Morocco is an independent produced program. Was that it's still slaving people,
but they wasn't until they went over there and killed Gaddafi. Like they was banging over there, they was killing it in Libya before. But what you're seeing in Libya right now is a direct result of what Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama did. I did see that. I saw the clips of it because it looked like it was like a live stream of the opening of the President Barack Obama Center.
Yes.
Did you catch any of it?
I did.
Okay, what you think?
I did. I mean, it was nice. I didn't. So what I really wanted to catch, and I have to go back, was Michelle Obama's speech. They said it was amazing.
Yeah, I saw Miss Teresa's post. She said it had her in tears.
Yeah, and that's what Barack said too. President Barack. I said Barack like we friends.
Yeah.
And he was just saying like Michelle would show him her speech.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. I didn't see it.
It's a mixed legacy because we started off talking about the slavery in Morocco and Libya.
He put it right. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
No, but I'm just saying that's a mixed legacy.
What you mean when you say mixed legacy?
Because I mean, you said there wasn't no slavery there until they showed up. Until they rolled in on a pair of white horse.
Or partners. Enjoy the show.
Okay, I'm trying to follow this. The train. Now, where you going? How we gonna get there?
No, I'm just.
Okay. With that in mind,
there you go.
The presidential center opened, and it did. Like I said, the celebration. I saw that some people were talking about it. I saw there's no audio playing in the background. Okay. Not sure what that is.
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program.
Is that you?
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
The text and saying something that
okay. Miss Teresa put it in the comments. Thank you very much. We had Charlie Funk on the loop.
And he said that. He was like, yeah, it's still playing.
Okay. He was at it.
He said
okay.
Yeah. Just one.
You got to make the implicit explicit. Yeah. Cut that loop off.
Hold on, we got a caller.
Okay. It's Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday. Go ahead, caller.
I'm starting early.
I can't hear you.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning, Qiana.
I know you guys were talking about 3 good topics. I'm going to start with the first one. Yes, Michelle Obama's speech was amazing. I actually was crying like a little crybaby. Shout out to Girls Club, Doris Williams.
Okay.
When you guys were speaking about who impacted your lives and stuff. So shout out to not Girls Inc., Girls, when it was just Girls Club. The Jamestown location, Yale Street location, and the Jordan Park location, guys.
You said Yale Street. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was Girls Club.
Y'all forgot about that. And shout out to Miss Doris Williams. She impacted a whole lot. And we was waiting on them snacks, y'all.
I think all of us
got to have a snack.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Y'all have a great morning.
Thank
y'all
you so
doing
much
a good
for
job.
checking in. Appreciate it.
And this is also what I loved about the speech.
Mm-hmm.
I love Black love. Y'all know this, right?
Yeah.
And the way that the Obamas love on each other in public, because Barack said the best thing that happened to him in Chicago is meeting Michelle Obama.
I mean, hey,
and
there's a recipe.
That is the best thing
that
happened to him.
There's a recipe. There's a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so congratulations. Now, here's the other side of that. So when you said there was a mixed legacy, this is where I thought you was going. I saw that there was some pushback and some posts around the contractors and the labor and the displacement, like, you know, because they just spent multi-million dollars building the center in the south side of Chicago, which is equivalent like south side of St. Pete.
Yeah.
And so they were talking about some of the labor practices, and I saw a post saying that there was some workers that hadn't gotten paid, and you know, like that kind of, like they finished but we didn't get our checks. So I saw that part of it too, like so like it was some labor disputes. And
I did see them compare. They said like the two biggest buildings in Chicago is the Obama and the Trump. I seen that. I saw, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody always trying to do something.
Oh,
You know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's always going to be somebody who got a problem with anything.
It's supposed to be. Everybody ain't supposed to be walking with their eyes closed and their hands out.
Yeah.
It need to be somebody watching the road saying something contrary to what everybody else saying.
Listen, this is all I say. I don't like dirt in my collard greens. Right.
Some
people do, but they add a little grit to it. You know what I mean? So listen,
everybody don't wash their greens. I'm gonna start saying that. That's gonna be my that's gonna be my new thing, man. Look, everybody don't wash their greens.
So you can't somebody over here.
Some people like dirt in their greens. My God.
I don't know why that analogy came up.
I hear you. Don't take my black card, but I can't remember the last time I had collard greens.
Really?
It's been decades.
Why?
I just don't mess with collard greens.
Why?
Yeah.
You like cabbage?
Yeah, I love cabbage.
Okay,
not collard
but
greens.
You want me to say, no, I'm going to tell you. I'm learning a little bit more and more about you. It's from a twin flame.
Okay, yeah,
right. So
that's true. That's why I don't want y'all to be together. Because when y'all two together, boy, I catch a hard time.
No, I love her.
Yeah. And she loves you too. All right, so within the 2 minutes that we got before the break, we also want to remind y'all that there's a lot happening, a lot going on, and I want to give a shout out. This is kind of Freestyle Friday and a celebration. I want to give a shout out to Freddie Simmons. Freddie Simmons actually has started a program. He's stepping up to invest directly in the next generation. For the month of July, he's looking for 2 male teenagers, ages 14 to 17. They will be selected to work with him on an 8-hour day. He's paying them $15 an hour while learning a valuable construction and handyman skills. And so the program is specifically designed for teens living in the Child Support area who are being raised in a single parent household without a father present, and who has a genuine desire to learn. So parents, we're going to put the link in the chat, but there's a short message explaining why your son should be selected, and the applications are due by tomorrow. And so it's a summer opportunity, and another opportunity to invest. We're going to talk about that this morning too. A lot of the theme is going to be around youth and ways that we can invest in youth. And so I just want to give a shout out to Freddie Simmons before the break. And after the break, we have Farrm Mahdi. He's coming in. He's going to talk about this upcoming men's meeting that they're having. Then on the other half of the hour, we got Carla Bristol talking about the youth farm, and we got some headline news. We got a lot of stuff cooking, y'all. So y'all make sure that y'all stick around, and we'll be back about 6 minutes after the hour.
Yep.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
sister. I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday we'll touch the sky. You're an angel, look up, baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just I rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one, we must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together,
Must stand together.
all together as one.
As one people.
United we must
United,
stand
we shall rise.
fighting for
And you fight for me
till our race is done.
till we see God.
United we must
United we will rise. Clap with me. Clap.
God, we
Clap.
are one.
Yes, sir.
We must
Clap.
fly to the
Clap.
sun.
GB on the
Every
track,
day,
man, and I
fight
mean
for
this is from the
peace,
heart.
not destroying
Back and
our
forth to
dreams.
prison, cause my position in the ghetto is wishing. My dreams was in my hand, man, instead of so distant. Violent crimes on my record, showing judges I'm reckless. Guess they think I'm rich and young, like Young and the Restless. Every time I see a young brother rich in peace, got to be the only time when I watch TV. Cause the struggling and suffering is all I see. Besides muscling and hustling at war with heat, I point the finger at the devil boy for taking my peace. Cause the only way to live is to take to the streets. But they rate me as a villain for the killing and dealing. For what? My last resort to make me a living. I don't give a damn, tell them so what. I'm gonna survive even if they threaten me with life. The arms of poverty held tight, making life a fight. But in the sky, we got to unite. Keep your head in the sky.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dream. We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together.
Years of exile in Spain. The White House called the meeting a first step to a free and open Venezuelan society. The parallel government in Sudan, aligned with the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, has suspended the operations of the aid group Doctors Without Borders in areas it controls. It follows an investigation by the charity. The BBC's Africa correspondent is Thomas Qiana.
The charity found a pattern of sexual exploitation.
Make sure not to loop it. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And I'm the one on Miss Deadman.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that.
See that?
You see that? And we like to thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new
gangster. And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know. Charlie Funk, you ready? Charlie Funk, are you ready? Charlie Funk.
Opinions and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carifesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. Enjoy the show.
Right on.
Right on. Okay, I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I always get on my nieces, right? And they're like, you gotta fix your face.
Okay.
I see where they get it from.
What you mean?
Me. Like, I can't.
You caught yourself? Yes. You looked at yourself and told yourself you had to fix your own face?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, that self-awareness is a good thing. Yeah. We also have a guest in the building. My brother, Farrm McD. What's good, my brother?
How you doing?
I'm well, man. Talk to us. For those who don't know, introduce yourself to the people, man.
Yes. My name is Farrm McD. I'm a student and member of the Nation of Islam under the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I'm actually from Birmingham, Alabama, but I've been staying in the Tampa Bay area since 2019. Mm-hmm. I have a family down here, done major work in the community, working primarily with the youth in Tampa and St. Petersburg, faithfully. And that's man, I'm an entrepreneur, I believe in doing for self and trying to produce systems and networks and investing and those things that we need that's not traditional, that we could be free to do a lot of work, because we might have a lot of people that can do work in the community, but if they got to go clock in or whatever, it limits their freedom that they can't do what they want to do, Right. So we have to get free if we're going to really serve the community. And one of the aspects, we have to be financially free, or even be trying to get financially free so we can really serve the community.
No, that's a great. What you just said was one of my questions too, because this is Freedom Day, right? Juneteenth. Do we need to say so-called? Do we need to qualify so-called Freedom Day? But when we talk about what does freedom look like to you, right? What you just mentioned was one of those things, right? And so when we talk about freedom and you talk about Freedom Day, doing for self is one of the ultimates in securing your freedom, right? And so with the work that you've been doing around you, and really before I do that, you said you got here, was that like a year before the pandemic?
Year before the pandemic.
From Birmingham. And so like, what's your Tampa Bay story? Like, since you've been here, what has been your experiences?
Well, my experience here, it was when I left Birmingham and came here, it was like going from Jerusalem, from Jericho to Jerusalem. So, it was a wonderful experience, and I love it down here in Florida, especially primarily Central Florida. But it's just different. It's night and day, But when you go into the hood, when you go into where the dominant black people at, it's all the same.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. All the mayhem going on, the drugs, sex trafficking, the violence, the gang violence, all of this is going on no matter what city we go to in America. Wherever we at, that's where it's going on at.
Wow.
So those are the experiences that I experienced.
Absolutely. And of course, the Nation of Islam has long emphasized the restoration of the black family as the foundation of community, fatherhood as a sacred duty, not an option, self-improvement and moral development as prerequisites for community progress, and that freedom without responsibility is not freedom at all. And so would you mind sharing with us some of the work that you've been doing as a member of the Nation of Islam to get our people free?
Well, yes. As first, let me just thank y'all for having me on here. It's an honor and a pleasure. Don't take it lightly. And I appreciate the great work that y'all are doing.
Thank you.
With good, clean, conscious information that y'all keeping on the airway, Facebook Live, and on the radio station. So big ups for y'all, and thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate it.
The work that we do, like we say, we do stuff in the community. We want to be where, because we are commanded, and we are sent by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to go into the community to make peace.
Yes.
We are trained in our moral structure and in our classes to come out into the community and take these trainings and make peace in the community, and to mediate and get in between the gangs and the guns, the police and the guns, and just be out there and be present and be a light for our young brothers. And we try to make it look good so they can see that living righteous, you can still have fun. You can still, you know what I'm saying, dress. And if you want to wear designer, if you got the bag like that, if you want to wear that, you can do that. And you don't have to do something that will put you on the opposite side of the law. So we're taught to, start businesses, be businessmen and come into the community in that vein. And we come with the Final Call newspaper because it's very vital for the community, the Black community, whether you Hebrew, Christian, Muslim, white, atheist, it don't matter. The Final Call newspaper is for you because it's unbiased, uncut, untampered with news. And it is an establishment that was built by Black men, the Most Honorable Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and he reestablished it in 1979. So it is a light for us because the reason our community is what it is, how it is because of the misinformation and all of the bad information that we're getting from the white controlled media, and that's very vital. And our people don't know, so they don't even value information as we should, but it's very important. So we go in the community and we work and we strive to be an example, because you can't tell the young brothers or the young sisters, don't do this while you are doing it. So we in the community to be a light to show, no, we are trying to lead. We're leading by example. We're not talking at them. We're talking to them, So our job is to show you why you shouldn't do that rather than trying to tell you not to do that.
I love that. And you have an upcoming event, which is tomorrow, all right?
Which is tomorrow.
Yeah. And so let me just take this. And so tomorrow, point number 12, why the Black youth is the primary target of the United States government. And it's a Juneteenth special men's meeting tomorrow from 2 to 5 at the Enoch Davis Center. Why are you specifically focusing on men?
Well, if we go back in time, and the theme that we're doing, because this is our third men's meeting, which will be tomorrow. The theme is one hood under God. We want to bring God to the hood to unite everybody, regardless on what we claim to be. If we all saying we have a God, we should be together. Because nowhere in the scriptures do we see the prophets beefing with other prophets, right? Jesus wasn't beefing with Moses, and Moses wasn't beefing with Abraham, right? So why are we saying that we religious, or we have a religion that we claiming what we beefing for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What we at odds for. We should be working to bring God in the hood, regardless on what we say. So the reason that we are focusing on the men is we did get these instructions last year from our student regional captain down in Miami, who told us to go in the communities and set up men meetings and start talking to the men. Because we go back to 1989, a few years after the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had his vision-like experience, and he set up men's meetings and he started doing Stop the Killing tours.
Yeah.
This is in 89.
Yeah.
And then in 1994, the year before the historical Million Man March, the first one, he set up Let Us Make Man meeting.
Yeah.
And that was all men's meeting. He was going around talking to men, just thousands of men. So now, 32 years later, from 1994, 31 years later from the original Million Man March, where nearly 2 million Black men showed up on the mall in Washington, now we come back to that full circle.
Yeah.
So now it's time that we have to do it again, because now we done had, nearly 2 generations that might don't know about the Million Man March, might don't know about the work that the Nation of Islam has been doing in the community and saving our people with this word that comes from God. And that's why we're focusing on men, because now it's time, because it is our youth. When we see what's going on, when we see who dying from gun violence, when we see who actually doing the shooting, it is the youth. But it's not that they are bad, they are misguided.
Yeah.
So we have to come into the community to guide them, because they need it, and they're fearless.
Right.
They're fearless. So this is why we took up this subject for this Juneteenth, because we have to break free. But the change is on our minds. The change is in our disunity.
Right.
So we need all the men.
Yeah.
Because there is no example for them to look at, then who they looking at.
That's right. That's right. And Sunday is Father's Day, so the timing is good, right? You got Juneteenth on today, and then
celebrating all weekend,
and then Father's Day is on Sunday. And so calling the men to come out to Enoch Davis tomorrow as a pre-Father's Day activity. Talk to me.
Also celebrating all weekend.
Yeah. Father's Day all weekend?
I mean, but I really like what y'all doing with the men's, because y'all just did it in Charles Park. Now y'all at Enoch Davis Center. So I really want to know about why the Black youth is primarily targeted in the United States. Why?
Well, the short of it is because the enemy knows, and this is in Scripture, Bible, in the Holy Quran, that the youth, the Black youth, are the future rulers of this country. So they are targeted by the government of the United States because they know their destiny. So our job is to, I'm one of the youth too, by the way, but our job and our mission and our goal, our agenda is to teach and train the youth for this position. Because the white man not going to get out of it. And then we might hear that. So I want nobody to get strange. We're talking about the white ruling class, right?
Okay.
We're not talking about your neighbor.
Yeah.
That you
in your gentrified neighborhood.
Yeah, your gentrified neighborhood. We're not talking about that person, right?
Views expressed. We already, so if a shoe fit, wear it. If not, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the ruling class, the ones who make the decisions, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Netanyahu's of the world, the Donald Trumps of the world. We're talking about these are the ones who make decisions. These are the ones who put policies in place. The Bill Clintons of the world, the Hillary Clintons of the world,
That's right.
Who have outright said what their agenda is. But, we're such a loving, caring people, merciful people that we want to shy away from that. But no, that's where our real enemy is at. But their goal is to stop the youth from hearing this message. They don't want the youth to hear this message because it will connect to their nature. But the youth have to be trained to rule.
And with the work that you're doing and seeing that you're out in the community, what are some of the biggest concerns that you have about the youth? Because, a lot of people are concerned with, they need jobs, they need something to do. You got literacy programs. So is there a particular focus that you have that you're working with youth on?
Yes, particular focus that we have a training program that we are set to launch no later than August the 1st.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Breaking news on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Yes, sir. And it's called MACD Squad Supreme Leadership Academy.
Okay.
And we're going to train the youth 2 divisions. We started from 5 to 15. That's the junior division. Then we got the advanced division from 16 to 25. So we want to capture the entire youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And start them early into knowing who they are. But we're going to train on multiple things. We're going to train military. We're going to train the knowledge of self. We're going to go over real black history.
Yeah.
Right? Not Negro history, but black history, right? We're going to go over these things, and we're going to also teach them how to start a brand, how to be creative, how to market on social media. Because we have some of these youth walk around that we see, they got more followers on Instagram than we probably got in here combined.
That's right.
But they ain't making $1.
That's true.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because I might got a few hundred, but I make money from social. My social media is not pro bono that I just on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a strategy, it's a tactic, but they need to be trained in this way so they can do that. And that will prevent them from having to go and do something outside of the law. You know what I'm saying? That they can do something righteous, that they can come up with. They can be selling shirts, lemonade. They can be doing so much with so little, anything. You know what I'm saying? But they have to learn how to use that. But they need to get it from somebody that has done it.
Right.
And one of my main concerns when I'm dealing with the youth is not the youth primarily. It is really they whoever they listen to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's their parents, grandparents, uncle, aunties, whoever's the influencers who pump their agenda on the youth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And keep them away from us when we have solutions, when we have avenues that we could help change the condition. But if they hearing them Muslims, we don't mess with them. Oh, that they this, they that. You know what I'm saying? They did this, they did. Just all the slander that comes from other people that when we ask you, well, what are you doing in the community since you telling them this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You keeping them away. We keep tripping over religion while we still under a ruler, a vicious ruler, while we still letting Pharaoh stay in problem, but we keep tripping over a title.
Wow.
We're not focusing on the problem and us coming together. Because if I say me being a Muslim, Allah made me a better person. You say Jehovah made you a better person. You say Jesus made you a better person. Well, it's all praise due to God.
That's right.
Let's come together because we trying to be better, right?
That's right.
And let's get out here and fight the real enemy because it's not us.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what my main concern is with the youth is the people that they're around who drop the negative seeds about other black groups that could actually help.
Yeah.
And it's trying to help. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in the way because now we're standing in our own salvation. We're in the way of our own salvation.
That's definitely one of the strategies.
Yeah, and that ain't just religion. Like it's so many different ways that they keep us divided. Like we talking about the Democratic and Republican divisions and plantations and all of these things. But to your
you're
point,
wrong for looking that way. You're wrong for looking at, it's just crazy. And then like social media also shows the kids, like you see the parties and all this other stuff. It looks exciting, right? And kids want to be. Grown-ups want to have fun. They want to
do something that's exciting.
Right?
Yeah.
And so when you look at like the hoopah and all that other stuff, the violence and where it gets people attention and social media, you get clickbait if you out there fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You out there selling lemonade, ain't nobody clickbaiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody want that viral moment.
That's true. That's true. And so with the One Hood Under God, this is the third one in that series of meetings. What kind of response have you been getting from the community?
Well, it's been great. From our first one to our second one, it was we had a pause.
Okay.
So now we are getting back on track. Obstacles come, things happen. We're dealing with our own personal life. You know what I'm saying? So things happen. Yeah. So right now, but we are back. You know what I'm saying? And we have these meetings planned going all the way up until next year.
Okay.
So we're gonna run this consistently, and they will advance. Like Saturday, we're gonna start it off with a discussion. We let everybody, people stand up briefly and share what they think could help. You know what I'm saying? They might fill out a form on what they ideal on how they could help or how they think they can help the community. Then we have this presentation here. Now, in this presentation here, why the black youth are the primary target of the United States government, we're also going to go into and unpack the real agenda behind the teen takeover.
Okay.
See, so this is a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these are ways that our enemy is using that to angle at them, and they don't even see it. But they are being set up for slaughter.
Yeah.
And some of these white supremacists, we're going to just call them what they is, they are coming out right and saying what they want to do.
Yeah,
what
they invite, I saw the one, was that the guy who was running for mayor?
James Fishback.
Saying that he was going to encouraging his people to come out with their guns and, if the teen takeovers come.
Well, he running for governor.
Yeah.
No, he running for governor.
Yeah. They telling you what to, my bad. I don't know if I said it right, but they're actually like planning to get violent and aggressive with these teens during these takeovers.
And only our teens.
Yeah, of course.
Because again, the other teen takeovers, even though they started it, are teen gatherings.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not making smart decisions. We are criminals.
Yeah.
And the kids, like you say, they see our children as adults and look at them and want to criminalize them. They see their children as adolescents and that they need to be molded into good citizens. So they're just making bad decisions. And the way that they talk about our teens and their teens let you know who they trying to get rid of.
I think it's like the super predators all over again.
Yeah.
They're just trying to angle, blame them, and then put some trumped up charges on them, fill their prisons back up. A lot of people don't know the prisons ain't filled like they used to be.
Right.
Kids ain't going to jail. Old men ain't going to jail like they used to be.
That's right.
Ain't no back and forth like it used to be, right? And so that means less heads in beds. So what they need to do, they need to trump up some charges, make some cases, and fill them beds. That's what they're working on.
And I want to thank you, sister, for that, because I did not know that. So you just taught me something, because I did not know that came from them teen gatherings from the white teenagers.
Yeah.
But they called our teen takeover. We taking over what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they were teen takeovers too, but they just, how they reworded. And you see how mainstream media, they will go in and the way that they paint us and the way that they paint them, we can do this exact same thing, but we are the criminals and they make the mistakes. So, hey, caller, introduce yourself.
Hey, y'all, this is quick comedian Damien Davis. What's going on this morning?
What's good with you? We're talking about black youth and why the black youth is the primary target of the United States government. What's your take, my brother?
Okay, see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. See, a lot of these black folks, they ain't learned about Juneteenth because they're seeing that in the home and no pandemic. So Father's Day is right around the corner. I see a lot of Juneteenth events, and I think a lot of black fathers, you know what I'm saying, they trying to separate the two. You got to know that the fathers need to be in the house. Because with these kids these days, the proximities, it's proximity is a word, babe. So it's because at the same time, if you take the father out the familyhood and focus on the Juneteenth, where's the structure with the black man trying to take the family and bring it back to the root and be the band around the house? The band around the house. Wait, I do got the script together. I'm the father. I'm trying to tell you. So that's what I'm getting to the TV.
we got a guest here. He got limited time. So thank you for calling. Give us a call back after the break.
The father and the mother.
Yeah, you got the father and the mother in the back.
With the father around the house, and the kids.
He trying to talk, but she telling him what to say. Y'all can hear none of that. Okay, so
Hey, David.
Yeah,
we got it.
Yeah,
all right, we'll talk about it.
Appreciate you. So basically, you got comedian Damian Davis. He's talking about Father's Day in Juneteenth, and his wife is in the back. Said that ain't what they talking about. They talking about the youth takeovers, and so yeah, they got.
But what his message was: join Juneteenth and fathers, and you need fathers in the household.
Yeah,
that's what I got from it.
Long story short.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, we here with brother Farrm MacD. He's talking about one hood under God, and the theme for tomorrow's meeting is why the black youth is the primary target of the United States government. It's a Juneteenth special men's meeting tomorrow, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Enoch Davis Center. You providing free food, of course. And was the choice to do it on this weekend, was that strategic, or did it just kind of fall in line with what you were already doing?
It was. And when we was planning it, we did plan it for this, and then we had a thought, well, let's do it on the 27th.
Yeah.
And then when we checked to see the availability of the room in Enoch, that's when it was available. So we said, okay, well, we just line it up with a Juneteenth special, because since it's Juneteenth weekend, right? So we can even give a history of that, because Juneteenth shouldn't be a celebration if we really understand what really went on, right? We should really be more inclined to unite and separate and do the things that we need to do to be free, because those people in that little town in Texas stayed on a plantation 3 years after emancipation.
Yeah.
So we come together saying we celebrate. No, well, that was for them at that time, but that shows the wickedness of our enemy.
Yeah.
So now we got to come together and really do something that's changing that dynamic. And that's why the enemy will make it a holiday for them.
Yeah.
Let's give it a holiday. Let them celebrate. Let them have a day off of work. You know what I'm saying? So they don't focus on what the real issues are.
Yeah.
But the real issues is separation. We need territorial land. We need to be and we need to be independent of our enemy, because we seeing that with them, as long as they in rulership, we are going to be victimized. Our community is going to be saturated with drugs and violence, just mayhem and filth. And that's what's going to come, because if you can look at all the food deserts, all the fast food restaurants, they in our community. They're not just everywhere, but that's terrible food. But our people and our youth don't take account on food is chemicals in food. You know what I'm saying? That causes us to act a certain way with just eating certain things. We don't see that.
Right.
As the old saying goes, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is real important, that we have to come together and think about all of the elements. And that's why we decided to say, well, let's do it for Juneteenth. I didn't even think about Father's Day. Last time I woke up, I was a father every day I woke up.
That's right.
They want to celebrate me on Sunday. Celebrate me on Sunday, but my family celebrate me every day of the year.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
That's what. So it just fell in line with that, and that's what we wanted to do it, and make sure that we are staying in line and not staying in line, but pushing the line, rather, you know what I'm saying, and they keep these things going repeatedly, and the response has been great.
And that's what Damian Davis, he say, now that's what I was saying. Thank you, my brother.
I know that's what he was saying.
Yeah. He was like, that's what I was saying. That everything that you just said was what comedian Damian Davis called in to say. And so just thinking about again the event that's coming up, you have this captive audience of Black men. I want to hear.
We got a caller.
Okay.
Caller, introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Miss Davis. I'm the same one that's calling in.
Miss Davis, she said she's the same one that's calling in. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give Farrah my headphones.
You can give him your bars.
Okay, just in case he got a question or a comment for our guest.
Okay,
go ahead, Miss Davis.
So I understand what the guest was saying, and hush. They took out home economics, they took out shop, they took out all of these extra activities that kids, and to convert kids from doing these things, they don't have anything else for these kids to do. So what do they do? Hang out, be on their phone, play video games, that's it. So their mind has been reprogrammed to act out because they have no outlet in the normal in the normal day-to-day things that we used to do as we were a young teenager or a young adult.
No, I hear that. Thank you for calling, Miss Davis.
Okay, have a good one.
And so with that, she was just talking about the things that they're doing in the way that their minds are being programmed. Just maybe walk us through like what your experience is as you're working through, some of those challenges as you're working with the youth. Like, have you had, somebody who who come in one way and then they go out another way? And what was that like? What were some of the challenges and highlights of that?
Yes, sir. So the Most Honorable Muhammad teach us that the Black man and woman, we are militant by nature.
Okay.
So dealing with the youth, you do have to let them do what they want to do. Not to a detriment.
Yeah. Within boundaries. Yeah.
But you got to give them some type of exchange where, okay, we're gonna let y'all do this, or we're gonna take you to here to do this, but you got to do this. You got to complete this here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the training and the discipline that has to be installed in them. But if they just playing video games all day, they just going to school and go home, play video games. There ain't no real training, ain't no real discipline being implemented. So
how do they respond when they show up to you? Because you think about, that's what I'm asking. So so you got somebody that's doing that's a part of their everyday thing, and now they're in front of you.
Well, it takes time, you know what I'm saying? You have to win them over.
Yeah.
And you cannot make them feel like you just another parent.
Okay.
So you can't do that either. Okay. They ain't listening to mom, they ain't listening to dad, they ain't listening to grandparents. They ain't finna listen to you that just met you or whatnot.
True.
So you have to build that relationship with them, but you got to show them that but you really have to, the real base of what you have to show them is love.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they don't really get that at home. They get yelled at, they get cussed at, so you have to show them love, and you got to show them patience, because they're not gonna just respond off the top.
Yeah.
And that's why we need academies, we need camps, and we need these type of institutions in the community that they can do daily.
Yeah.
Not just once a week, not just twice a week. It got to be something that they can come to daily as a safe haven for them, but they get all the essentials that they need. And once we set that up, then now they have it. You know what I'm saying? They can always come here to get this thing here. So like I said, we had a center where everything that the youth want to do is in this center, but it's set up on certain days. And then they had to do certain assignments to participate with this. They say they want to rap. We got a rap studio in there, right?
Right.
For you to have an hour in there on Wednesday night, you had to come Tuesday to get this training.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to set it up like that, and they will respond to that. So even when I have talked to them about these things, because it takes resources, it takes time, you know what I'm saying? It takes finances to produce these type of institutions. right? Because we know we ain't gonna go to the bank and get no funding for this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not no real money. You know what I'm saying? That can set up where we can buy these buildings that's popping up,
where you can be free,
and then we can pay the staff.
Yeah.
Because I'm one man, I can't do all this training myself. You know what I'm saying? I need staff, and staff need to be paid, right?
Right.
So these are the things that we are striving to do, but they do respond and they do like that idea because they can see, oh man, you know what I'm saying? They can see a good image. They can see an example. They can see and understand it. So, you know, that's what it is. And that's how they respond, but that's how it has to be given to them. So you got to be firm with them.
Oh yeah.
They like structure.
You know but don't be bossy.
They like structure.
Be firm, but don't be bossy.
Don't be firm, but don't be bossy.
And they feel like you really care. Mm-hmm. When they see that you're invested in them and it's coming from a caring place, you get a whole nother adult.
And so we got to land this plane and then take a quick break, and then we're gonna bring our next guest in. So if there was a final thought or a final message that you had for the community and the reason why the men should show up tomorrow, what would that message be?
That message would be that it's time. We have to unite, and the men in the community. And this, what we're delivering, the presentation is for the youth. So if you got the youth, don't matter the age, if they're males, bring them. And we got to unite. We got to get aside our differences, because if we don't come together and start thinking about self-governing ourselves, then there's nothing coming. There's nothing coming out of City Halls, definitely nothing coming out of Washington, D.C. So we have to do this together. So it's on us coming together, setting aside all of our differences so we can save the next generation. That's the most important thing that we have to, that's the message that we're going to deliver tomorrow and continue to deliver. It's not just going to be tomorrow, we're going to continue this. And this is the thing, one hood under God. We got to bring God in the hood, because that's unity, love, and peace in the hood.
I love it. One hood under God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, farrm MacD, y'all make sure that y'all pull up. We're going to do 30 seconds in transition.
We got a caller.
Okay.
Hey, caller, introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Sister Trishan, Brother John's wife, and a question for the brother. I want to know, I hear him what we need to do, but have anyone done? Because I know in Chicago they have the schools, they have all the things that they need up there, but locally here, has anyone started like the land? I know Brother Sawab, they have their land and their animals and the things that they're doing, but here, St. Petersburg, has anybody started the land, the stores, it's a lot of need to do, but is there any solution and how, we can get these things going? And also, a lot of us, we say white, but it's a lot of black people that have white folk minds. You know what I'm saying? For, better or worse. I'm at work, so I'm trying to hurry up.
Okay.
Also, a lot of times we have to, in the ranks, wherever, we have some yakuza there. So first we have to work on ourselves in order to come out to even to try to help the people that's out. Because, we still have that mindset of holding each other back. So, freedom, justice, and equality, what does that really mean? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Inside the mosque, inside the four walls, but the work is on the outside of the mosque where the people are. So,
Amen.
I understand that it's like limited and certain things that could be done, but truly and honestly, like what really is freedom, justice, and equality when it all boils down to it.
Thank you for that, my sunshine.
She had her question was,
okay.
So her question was, and she was asking the brother before he left.
Okay.
Is there any, like in Chicago, they bought land so that they can farm and have their, is there anything that's happening here like that?
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
It's happening over in what's it called? Plant City.
Yeah.
In Plant City.
Zamzam.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Zamzam Farms. Yeah. And shout out to Brother Sawab. Shout out to our Brother Ray, Brother Tony. And they doing some amazing things too. So that, like, I just got a text from them that they had lamb coming out of there. They got chickens, eggs. So they have some acres of land in Central Florida. what you said, it's Plant City.
Plant City.
Zam Zam Farms, and they're doing some amazing work. And so, yes, it is happening. I think it definitely can stand to be scaled. But like I said, I got the text, and the text came and it said, "Hey, we got some lamb, we got some I actually posted so y'all can see it, but maybe a day later it said they were sold out. So there's that. But yeah, it's actually happening. So second phase, second half, the third quarter, we got the one and only Carla B in the building.
Good morning, family, and happy anniversary, I'm told.
Yes. So we got the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club anniversary is next week, and so Carla B did a season or two with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Yeah. And now you're here to talk about the 7th anniversary of the St. Pete Youth Farm. What's going on at the farm?
Well, we 7 years strong. We've completed 7 years. I knew we would be here.
Yeah.
So we weren't ever going to take our foot off the gas.
Right on.
And so we're grateful for the community support, for all the young people that we get to touch. For those of you who don't know, teens are hired and paid at the youth farm, but we also accept any teens that want to volunteer. We also accept any teens that need court-ordered hours, no questions asked. On any given day, maybe we have 3 or 4 teens that need court-ordered hours. And in some instances, that could result, if we have an opening, in a job. Most of those young people, as they come and begin to do their volunteer hours and do the work, within a day or so, they're usually asking, how could I work here? So yes, they're learning agriculture, but I'll tell you, this past 2 weeks of us getting into our summer programming, it was everything from chess. So last summer, our teens learned how to play chess. This summer, a lot of new teens, they're also learning how to play chess, and we're going to have a competition at the very end of the summer. But they're getting Tai Chi. They're learning, they're still getting mindful movement with urban yoga. They're getting learning how to cook. They're harvesting. They're planting. It is truly a rich program. And one of the things I want to say is, last night I was somewhere and I was talking to a woman, and she said, "Hey, the group that just came to the farm, and by the way, this group came from Cape Coral."
Okay.
Right? So a group of young people from Cape Coral, this is how they're beginning their summer. And the first stop after their many hours of driving was to the youth farm. And that person had already gotten the feedback, because she said she saw them later that evening, and they're like, they were blown away by the experience they got to have, right? We cooked together. We sat and ate together, and I don't know what they were expecting, but that's a lot of what they got. And you can hear the oohs and ahs on, being able to eat food that's flavored from the farm. We made we made pesto together. So they were able to harvest Cuban oregano. We made pesto. So it was, but that's like essentially thousands of people have been through the farm. Hundreds of young people have been hired and paid over the years. And the farm, which was 6 lots, 0.83 acres of land, has been and is continuing to be developed.
Yeah.
So,
and I want to just pause for a second for those who may have missed it. They see and hear the right now stories of the youth farm. But they may not know some of the origin stories, right? And so we're thinking about like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, we were doing New Deal for St. Pete, advocating for cooperatively owned businesses, starting with a grocery co-op in South St. Pete. The other part of that, the double click on that, was we were talking about youth co-ops and creating youth cooperatives, and then being able to teach youth agriculture and business using the cooperative model. So this was kind of the organizing that was happening. City began planning, working with the community in 2017. City Council approved, I think, like the first $200,000 from the CRA in December of 2018, and then started moving forward. And I just wanted to pause for a minute to talk about the importance of our engagement, right? Because the funding for the youth farm is the South St. Pete CRA primarily, and I think it's been maybe like $2 million. But the CRA itself was an advocacy effort. You know what I mean, to create and so to have and then continued advocacy to have these programs funded. And so for people who may be listening to this and they say, well, those people not gonna do anything for us, and we got to do this stuff for ourselves. And we do. But here's an example of when we collaborate and we work together. And so you're hearing about the 7th anniversary of the Youth Farm. A lot of people may not know the origin story of the funding source, right?
Correct.
The funding source was advocated for by community working with local elected officials to create the source to pay for these programs, because that's what we were saying.
See, it ain't all bad.
It ain't all bad. We were saying at the time, we have great ideas, but we don't have the resources to pay for it. Shout out to Larry Newsom, say, well, the CRA is a mechanism. Advocated for that. Then we advocated for the youth program, and now we have a way that we can pay for and sustain the youth program. And so, like, there's a context in which the youth farm exists. And I think a lot of people miss that when they show up to the farm. And I want to just like take a minute to have my Snoop Dogg moment. I want to thank me.
Ooh.
I want to thank you.
Facts.
I want to
These are
thank you. Like,
These are facts.
you know what I mean? Like, because I'm realizing now, if I don't do it, ain't nobody else gonna do it. Ain't
Right.
nobody gonna say, hey, 7 years ago, y'all was the ones that was in these meetings. You all were the ones that were bringing us together. We the ones that called and say, hey, Carla.
Yeah,
Carla.
I got the phone calls, and I said, it's not me.
Yeah.
Y'all must be kidding. I don't farm. I don't have a green thumb. What y'all talking about?
And look at you now.
7 years later.
Well,
and I got some mulberries, y'all.
Man. That's right. You're getting fruit trees.
You pushing products.
So, but you know what though? Like 7 years ago, we all could look around and remember, like within the last, I think 5 years or so, we're saying, where did all the mangoes go and stuff?
Yep.
But look, let's be honest. I do a lot of walking, as y'all know.
Yeah.
And the trees are dripping with mangoes all over our city.
Yeah.
Somebody brought me a bag full of what do you call it? Lychee yesterday.
Okay.
And I said, oh my gosh, this is great. Where did you get this from? And I'm thinking they were going to say they got it under the underpass.
Yeah.
No, they got it from a tree around the corner. When I tell you this was like you're in the Caribbean, this was amazing.
Wow.
So I will say, like, if we protect what we have and continue to grow what we have, we will have food on every corner. And that's how the village mentality should be. All I promised was that if I was given the opportunity to lead this initiative as somebody without any agriculture background, that I would provide credibility.
Yeah.
And I am clear. I don't have to apologize for nothing. Unapologetically, this is a very credible program.
Absolutely.
That young people could stand on and know that they are the ones shaping. And all I'm doing is allowing their voice to be championed. And as a result, they see themselves in the DNA that is St. Pete Youth Farm. Even the logo I thought about this morning. I'm like, this was not the logo.
Okay.
Right. So the young people are the ones that added the roots.
Right.
The young people are the one that said, no, it's St. Pete Youth Farm. That's what we want to call it.
Yeah.
So it was very different. It was called Youth Farm at Enoch Davis.
Yeah.
And this is what, shaping it. They want to have a TikTok page now. Mind you, the last several iterations of young people said, no, we don't want TikTok.
Okay, as they cycle in and cycle out.
So I just check in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I check in. Found out one of the youth have like, 5 point whatever million views on their posts. I said, wait a minute, this is something the question was, what is one thing that you're really good at?
Okay.
And you heard everything, poetry, comedy.
Yeah.
Like somebody said, I'm good at TikTok. What you mean you're good at TikTok? What does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that needs to be explained to some of us.
I just got a check for 125. I said, wait a minute, hold up, everybody.
Okay.
We got somebody here that could lead an initiative for us.
Right.
Because the idea is you got young people people are coming from all over to visit St. Petersburg, visit the beaches. And honestly, when people go to destinations, one of the things they look for is urban farms.
Yeah.
So if we were able to have a TikTok presence that had oversight, but was definitely directed by, because they made it clear, Miss Carla, you can't post nothing. You will not be allowed to post anything you want to post. You got to check in with us
you
first.
Got to run it through
the
quality control.
I can't mess up. I can't mess up the. They know what.
They got
the audience is looking for. But I
Yeah.
said to them, I said, now you have young people that might be wherever in the world thinking, I want to come to St. Petersburg. I want to see what these young people are creating, because we want to do that also in our city. So, thank you to all of the youth, probably over 150 or more that's been paid. But on any given year, we are, during our programming time, over 80 plus young people that's coming through the farm. We're going to have this summer teens from Bowley. Of course, we're going to have Career Source. We'll have teens that are volunteering for court-ordered hours. We're going to have teens that's volunteering, hoping for a job opportunity. But Thursday, if y'all come through on Thursday, just expect to be in an environment that feels like family.
Yeah.
Expect to hear and see and feel the energy that I call it the magic that St. Pete Youth Farm. Close your eyes for a moment, listen to the sounds. The birds are so actively engaged. We call ourselves a wildlife space.
Yeah.
And as a result, those little angel birds are eating up all the flowers that would be producing the fruits.
Okay.
So now that's my biggest issue now. The Barbados cherry produces like a pink flower, which produces amazing cherries, and they're eating all the flowers. So I'm not seeing the cherries. But
so we got to talk about
everybody gotta get their
collaboration,
own,
bird.
right? everybody gets their piece, but we just continue to build out. And we want to say thank you to the city of St. Petersburg for the South St. Pete CRA funding. Of course, the original partner that stepped up, which was the Foundation for Healthy St. Pete. In the words of Brother John, I want to thank myself because I believe that we knew that I would not, I wasn't no fly by night, start, stop type situation. I've been clear with everybody. If you're going to take something like this on, you better be committed.
Yeah.
Because these young people within the first couple of months told me they would slash my tires if I thought I was going to be leaving.
Wow.
So that wasn't going to be happening.
And here we are, 7 years later, y'all. So we got
slash tires.
We're celebrating 7 years of the St. Pete Youth Farm, and that'll be this Thursday. Yeah, this Thursday coming up. The time again? What?
6 to 8 p.m.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Short and sweet. But come out. Let's celebrate. Music, entertainment, food, of course.
And then on any given day, like because you got bananas, avocados, okra coming out of there. On any given day, if somebody wants to come by and grab some greens or something like that.
So first things first is we have about 80 events a year.
Okay.
Right. So that all of those events are centered towards the community.
Yeah.
Every single Monday at the farm, unless there's a federal holiday, we have what's known as community mental health and wellness, which includes everything, including this upcoming Monday. It's all about home ownership, right? So you want to really talk about people's health. Let's talk about how people are able to acquire the very things we're talking about, land, etc. So Tai Chi is the second Monday. The first Monday, there's always a clinician. The last Monday, it's called Healing Through Words. So if it's taught by, that's facilitated by local poets or authors. There's so much. The last Saturday of the month is always this medley of, we have a secondhand market. You're coming if you want to volunteer and have a work day. You're coming because you might be coming to the sourdough bread making workshop or the batik workshop or the lotion workshop, etc. So the goal is for sure to help our community understand the importance of nutrition, not just eating food, because if I give you food, how you prepare the food, that's a whole nother conversation. So in the summers, it's not typically when you find most of the crops. In the fall and the spring, everything that you like is typically at the farm. But in the summer, our hours are 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And anything that we grow and you see at the farm, like right now, we have a lot of bananas.
Okay.
Right? So tons of bananas. Matter of fact, Monday morning, the teens will be having banana bread. I'm certain of it. Right. So bananas get incorporated into the food because we have bananas. We still have a lot of herbs at the farm. Sweet potatoes are growing, but we're not going to harvest that for a while. And
you got sweet potatoes growing.
Yeah, and this summer, I'm telling y'all, we are going to have tons of guava. Tons of guava are currently on. I think we have like 4 guava trees. Tons of guava all over there. So when that ripens, we will have tons of guava. We also have sugar apple. So the sugar apple tree, which I thought was gonna really not respond well after that cold spurt we had, is actually must have needed it to invigorate it. So that's doing well. Oh yeah, and by the way, we have the best sugar cane in all of the Bay Area. So on this small piece of land, we're managing to do a lot. Teens learn how to fillet a fish from a fry this week.
Wow!
So my son came in. He has that YouTube Real Talk Fishing channel, and he came in and showed our young people how to fillet a fish. And every last one of them filleted it, we seasoned it, and we grilled it. And I made the other sides to go with that. But when I tell you, because I said, if you're growing something, right? So you're farm raising fish. We're using the only thing that we use at St. P.U. Farm to fertilize every single thing we grow is the waste from the fish, right? So the fish are there for that. But for them to know what does the tilapia at St. P.U. Farm taste like versus the tilapia you've been eating in the store.
You can they clearly can tell the difference. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's night and day. So, this is part of the experience that young people are having. So the grandparents, I have a young lady who grandparents have her this summer. And so they're like, hey, you this is where you're going to spend your summer at the farm.
At the farm.
Yeah. So they drop her off. They pick her up in the afternoon. And
is that what they were trying to do when they were sending me to Leesburg on Monday?
Yeah. They don't got to send you that far. They don't have to send you that far now. You're right here. So
I felt like they sent me to the farm. And so
did you pick up any skills?
Right.
We'll talk about that in another broadcast at another time. But definitely thank you, Carla B, for the work that you're doing and answering the call. Like you said, 7 years ago, because we were calling a lot for a lot of different things. Right. Yep. And then we found it. Like, we got it. We got this thing.
There you go.
And never saying, well, I won't say never saying no. But I'm about to say never said no. But there were some things that you was like,
no.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, no. Agriculture, what?
Yeah.
Man.
But accepting the call,
yes.
and then making your word bond once you gave your word. That like, okay, I'm going to do it, and then doing it at the level that you have.
Thank you.
I just want to let you know that we appreciate you. The community appreciates you, and the comments are coming in, man. The youth farm is magical. And just, people who have youth farm experiences, is curated and cultivated with that love that you bring. And so I just want to say thank you for everything that you're doing for our community. And if you had a message for why people should come and show up on next Thursday, what would that be?
I believe, I've been saying this recently a lot. A lot of people view when you're talked about negatively, right? But my aunt used to always say, if people talk about you because you're important. So the work we're doing is important. People should be sharing that. I don't believe that if there's a sale, we should keep it quiet.
Right.
So the fact that in our community, and the fact that I'm telling you, people are driving for hours to get to the farm, and you live right here. Bus loads of people come over from Tampa. Schools bring bus loads of people, right, of their young people from Tampa, multiple schools in Tampa. So everyone in St. Pete should make it their business, really, to say we have an asset. It's a community asset. It's funded by the city. Nobody's starving about it, right? We're working. We're raising money. People are donating because they see the impact of the work. So I just encourage you to not just hear us talk about it. Come see, experience it for yourself. Come to one of our amazing Monday evening workshops. Trust me, after a day of work, I could be home on Monday evening. But if I know that our community needs not just our teens, which have gotten mental health support for the last 6.5 years of 7 years, it's part of what we do. In building young people, we want to build a community. Come engage.
Right on.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
That's it. Look, my 9 o'clock is 9 o'clock. So thank you again for tuning in, y'all. And thank you for jumping into the conversation. Y'all check in if you was here. Let us know that you were here. Tiffany, I saw that you was here. I seen Miss Teresa in the comments. Sharonda, always present. Yubi, thank you for your contributions. Roll call. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes. Make you lose your shoes.
Shout out around the house.
This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Miss Dad.
And we out.